And good evening, everyone. This is Handfromabov and Justinius, my caster in crime, shall we say, bringing you a wonderful clan war tonight versus the VP Elite team and Relentless Heroes. So I just got a little update. We do have a change in the first player. It looks like it's going to be Fuzzy playing first for us.
Very nice.
And we're going to get started. It looks like it's going to be on MLG Zelnaga Caverns. And we're starting right up tonight. The Relentless Heroes, from what I can tell, is a mix of mid-master, high-master players with one GM. The GM is Ten Ryu RH. So I cannot wait to see what happens here, Justinius.
Yeah, for reals. I mean, we've seen some interesting clan wars to date with grandmasters on both our teams, and Tang is one of our elite team members. So it's going to be interesting to see just what happens here tonight.
Most definitely, and I got it up and running, and we got people. So. Yeah,
actually, I sent some messages out to some of my friends and some of the people I've been coaching recently, and we should have a few more viewers than usual.
Well, that's all right. We need people that are that are watching. Go to the VP chat channel and make sure they tell them, hey, we have a clan war going.
Right, and it is VP Gamers as our chat channel. So we're getting started pretty soon here. We're just figuring out what's going on and who all is going to be playing, who all is going to be watching. So just give us a minute or two.
Says they start out with their Grandmaster. What do you think? He's like the
I don't know, see, that's an interesting...
That's like the ace in the hole.
Right, exactly. You usually want to keep him last when all your other players play, and once they've weeded through who needs to get taken down, you'll have your Grandmaster at the end. Or, if they start getting beat really bad, throw that Grandmaster in at the second or the third game.
Nope, we were just told Pixel Cat for them is going first.
Alright, so checking out Pixel Cat's profile,
yeah,
we do see that he is a master. 447 wins, 438 losses, so a pretty even ratio. But he's 1100, so he's 13th in his division, and his division actually has Deezer in it, MMX Deezer, at rank 2. So he's got some friends in that particular Masters division.
I don't know about friends, but you know.
Yeah, who can call Deezer a friend?
Well, that's all right. Whatever. We're not here to go into that. We're here to hype it up. And we have things rocking and rolling, and I cannot wait to get this show going.
All right.
Well, they promoted you to lobby host.
Interesting. I'll just throw that over to you. Boom. You are now the lobby host, good sir.
All right.
So here comes game one. Let's get some readies. Looks like Fuzzy is ready.
Here we go.
Pixel Cat
Let's see. Good luck, have funs. And here we go. Let's get this countdown rolling. Let's get the countdown going, guys. VP Gamers versus Relentless Heroes. Yet again, another beautiful, beautiful clan war on a Sunday night.
Yeah, and it'll be on MLG Zelnaga Caverns, so this is one of those maps Zerg kind of doesn't like, because Terran can just push in and take them out. So, lead us off with that intro. Once we get started, of course, we got a lot of people to wait for. But, go for it. Oh,
definitely, and you know what? I heard, rumor has it, this is a best of 9, so we're going to see a lot of action tonight.
Well, that's awesome. I'm actually pretty excited then, because I want to see a lot of our members go up on stage.
The pseudo stage, shall we say?
Yeah, I guess. Whatever, you're on a stream, that means there's something going on. You know.
Oh, definitely, and we're just waiting here. And here we go. Stream amping up. Starting in the bottom corner, we have the purple Zerg for VP. It is Fuzzy.
And in the top right is our red Terran for RH, Pixel Cats. Looking like some friendly banter. Good luck for both players, and let's find out just what happened.
And we got the banner ripping and a rolling here. We got Fuzzy and Pixel Cat. VP versus Relentless Heroes. Let us see what happens.
You know, I definitely am interested to see if there's any kind of early pressure from our Terran player. This is one of those maps, you know, Zerg struggles to take that first expansion, but if he gets it up, he'll be golden.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if he holds any early pressure off the Terran, Fuzzy we've seen. Fuzzy's a very solid player. Rock solid, actually, from what I've seen.
Right, he's definitely skilled.
He held that big
he should be able to hold early aggression, yeah.
Remember that bunker push last Clan War? He held that really well.
Was that the one with 2 bunkers? Because that was pretty scary.
Yep.
Yeah. So definitely one of those players that can handle early pressure. We'll see how he goes in the mid and late game. Right now, there's nothing too spectacular coming up from both players. We might be seeing a 14 hatch. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yep.
So there's the hatch going down. We
like
have the barracks halfway down.
It looks like we're going to see a wall off here. Yep. Much stronger wall off than you normally see, but it's a 2 racks. So you're probably going to see some early aggression come out.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, he's going to see it too, and he's going to be like, oh crap. Fuzzy's going to know what's happened.
That's alright. He's building up enough minerals to get that wonderful, wonderful... there it is. Spawning pool is going down, so he will get some aggression, but a well-placed spine crawler or 2 will help out. It's just now he's got to wait and see if he can hold such a thing.
Yeah, we really have to see, because this is, like we said, this is early aggression. Pixel Cat is definitely playing into Fuzzy's play. He's saying, hey, there's a hatch. I might be able to do some potential damage, maybe even get him to cancel it if I get a good bunker down. But he's going to show up a little late, I think. And on top of that, I really feel like Fuzzy can handle these kinds of attacks.
And there's the first bunker. And more drone. Oh my god, lots of drones coming.
The hatch is spreading its creep, though, so if it's too far away, there might be a chance here. 2 drones idling next to the bunker. That's not what he wants. There we go. Now he's attacking, but this may be too little too late now. That Marine is going to die, though. That's definitely a big boon, but what...
Oh, look at it! Oh, they pick it off!
Oh!
The bunker is stopped.
This is such an important moment, because if that SCV gets to the bunker and finishes it,
it's so
close. He needs to stop the SCV.
Here comes the Lings.
Yeah, this entire rush has been stopped right here by Fuzzy. This is exactly what we were talking about, and now that puts Fuzzy in such a good position. He has both his bases up. Pixel Cat is still just going straight from the barracks. He has no expo down, and he's actually planting it now. So Zerg has the advantage in this situation.
Yep, he held it beautifully. Beautiful, beautiful hold by Fuzzy. And he only lost, and he lost 1 drone in that whole exchange.
We are seeing a lot of Lings go down with those Marines at the watchtower. 6 Marines in the SCV, very badly hurt SCV. So I really think he's going to go for a push, just try and capitalize on any advantage he might be able to take, because right now he's behind. He's putting up 2 more barracks. He needs to do some kind of damage. He knows that, and here he comes.
So yep, this is where a spine crawler or 2 might be helpful.
And he's going to pick off the SCV. No, not quite.
SCV runs away.
And you know what? Pixel Cat's doing a good idea.
Yeah, the longer he delays, though, this metabolic boost is just about to finish. And here comes a Baneling Nest. Smart move by Fuzzy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that Baneling Nest just says, hey, there's no way you're going to be able to flood Marines in on me. And that's exactly what Pixel Cat wants to do. He's got 4 barracks churning out Marines, putting up a bunker at that natural. He is looking to do some damage with those barracks. And here come the Lings. A little late. But they'll see, hey, there's a natural. I can probably just take a 3rd right now and be completely fine. So we'll see exactly what he does. He might go for a Baneling Bust. I mean, he has that Baneling Nest, so it'll just be key.
Free SCV! Free SCV.
And those ones are going to scout behind the mineral line, look around. Hey, look, he's stopping SCV.
Oh, they're getting up
still.
Oh! That was close.
Yeah, he almost made it up there. That supply depot barely raised in time. That would have been such a tell. But even so, just looking at Fuzzy's vision, he saw a 3rd racks. he knows this is very committed to bio.
Yep.
So now he has the opportunity to make banelings and easily hold his position.
Yep, and now he's morphing into a lair, which, yet again, just he's safe. So he's busting down the rocks, and he's getting everything ready. Look, he's even, if you look at Pixel Cat, he's leaving 4 Marines up in the hallway there, just so he doesn't get someone running by.
Right, and you know, it's not a bad plan. He's definitely feeling very behind, and rightfully so. He's 10 workers behind at the moment. 4 banelings in Fuzzy's natural just to make sure nothing crazy happens. So I definitely would give the advantage to Fuzzy, but then again, with all this production, Pixcat might be able to make enough units if he gets stim to do some real damage.
Well, that'd be great if he had a, you know, tech lab on there.
A tech lab, yeah. Yeah, I mean, now he's making the tech lab. He's actually got 2 going down. So we should see upgrades soon. I really don't know why he didn't start upgrades earlier, but he does have an NG Bay finishing. So we're probably going to see a +1 or an armor or weapons coming out right immediately, and there it is.
Well, there's the breakdown of the rocks. Third should be going down PDQ, I would say.
Yeah, we should have seen the third earlier. In my opinion, I really feel like Fuzzy had such a lead that he could have taken the third earlier, but, you know, better safe than sorry. Not a bad plan to just pump up Lings.
Oh, is he going to double expanse? Because he's busting down the gold as well.
I would not put it past him. He's got such a lead, he might as well just make it bigger.
Yeah, because right now you have 1 Marauder and a buttload of Lings, and I'll tell you what, or a buttload of Marines, and I don't know.
Well, you know, that said, all that put aside, worker count has actually gotten pretty close now. Supply is only 9 apart. Now he's actually joining up again, so I mean that is good on Fuzzy getting a 10 worker lead, but against Mules that actually puts them pretty even. So at the moment, Fuzzy's advantage is kind of dissipated in a sense.
And here comes a little push in, and they wanted to see what was going on. So
almost had an engagement. I don't think he wants to get into that yet, but we're definitely going to want to see an attack before the +1 weapons finishes, because we don't actually see any upgrades going for Fuzzy.
No, but he has centrifugal hooks just finished. So we have rolling.
Oh, and a spire going down. We have a spire going down. That may be where upgrades start coming.
Stim is almost done, and so is combat shield. So, Stim, this is
going to be an interesting timing. Very interesting timing, because Stim and combat shield are going to finish as the spire pops. I think this is a bad response to pure Marine build. No, there are some Marauders now.
Yeah, that's a lot of Lings, though. If he builds a ton of Banelings out of that, it goes like a Bling Muta type feel.
Oh no, I definitely agree. I'm just worried
that
the timing is such that Pixel Cat's gonna hit. Oh yeah, 16 Banelings morphing. That's beautiful.
And are they gonna get caught? And there they come! Oh boy, the Banelings are rolling and hitting everywhere! Oh, they're caught behind! And there it goes.
Green death.
Oh. Wow.
That was amazing. He just turned the tides completely. Any thoughts I had of him possibly falling behind now are gone. He can take his 4th very easily now. I mean, he's just put himself in such a lead, he could probably just go hit him and win at this exact moment.
That was his whole army. That's Pixel Cat's whole army just got manhandled. And here comes the Mutas.
You know, the longer... Oh, good point.
Mutas in the base, and there is no turrets. There is nothing to defend this. And they are just picking SCVs off.
But don't forget, we do have Marines with +1, so he might be able to hold this, and his armor's almost done as well.
They're stimming, and he's picking them off as they go.
Yeah, you know, I think you're right. There's definitely no way he can hold these Mutas at this point in time. I think Fuzzy's making the right move pulling back. He actually sees that command center. I think Fuzzy understands, hey, you know what? There are reactors on a lot of those barracks. I need to get out. I need to stay back. Actually, you're getting a little sloppy and losing a Muta, but that's okay.
And there's the engage. And this is going to be it for those Marines. I'm sorry, sir. all you see is a blood
I really don't see... Right, I really don't see why Fuzzy isn't pressuring this. He's scouted with the mutas and thought, hey, there's, like, nothing here. I really don't see why Fuzzy doesn't end the game now. But he's just kind of continuing to build up, and he actually lets his opponent build up, too. So this might be a little bit of a blunder, but he's just so far ahead.
He's trying to draw those Marines down more. Here comes the big push in.
Too.
And the Banelings are rolling, and oh boy.
A lot of Banelings detonating on tanks. Not as effective as it could have been, but
but there's a big hit
for Pixel Cat. Beautiful.
That's exactly what he wanted to happen.
And Fuzzy, once again, he's pulling back. Not necessarily a bad decision, but he's pulling back. Maybe he's gonna transfuse some of those mutas, and he's just saying, "Hey, I have an advantage. I just killed a lot of stuff. I'm gonna take this advantage and make my fourth, get my economy up, and just come at you again." Look at all those Banelings popping.
Yeah, 18 Banelings on the way.
I'm sure Pixel Cat is sweating. I mean, this is not a situation you want to be in as a Terran. I mean, you felt like you had actually a pretty strong army. You push out and just get
30 more lings.
Squished.
30 more lings.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see a very big army coming up here.
And look at the creep spread.
And
this is some awesome creep spread.
That is really good. And on top of that, Pixel Cat's trying to take some kind of advantage. He wants to take that gold, and here come the mutas, spotting it, and that's going to be a signal. Go attack now.
Yep.
There it is.
And here comes the big attack, and I'm sorry, guys. Oh, boy. Banelings hitting everywhere, more green deliciousness. And they're just chasing them away, and they're picking off all those tanks. Oh, the more hit!
Oh, what a good hit!
And there's the GG.
Well, that was such a good game. I really felt like Fuzzy held that early aggression, did so well, but then the game equalized. Could have been anyone's game, but very good Baneling play just put Terran so far behind again. So Pixel Cat, that was a great attempt. I really felt like he actually had a point in the game where he equalized. He was all good, nothing wrong with his play, and then the Banelings when he moved out were just too much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was kind of ridiculous. I do enjoy that though a lot. Baneling play, is just huge.
Especially when you see your opponent open up with that many Marines. Now, I felt like Pixel Cat definitely can refine that build. I really saw potential to have Stim and Combat Shield much earlier and hit at a much earlier time, and that might have put Fuzzy behind instead of ahead. I do feel like the Marine play was a really good choice, and I think Baneling was a good response.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he saw all the Marines, and he goes, okay, you know what? I'm just going to get my centrifugal hooks and just go mute a Baneling, and that, yeah, wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. While we're waiting for the next game to come up, let me take a quick break. I will be right back.
No worries. So as we wait, guys, we're just going to wait for round 2. And we're going in. VP's up 1-0. So it'll be Fuzzy versus who knows. Like I say, guys, I do apologize if the stream's lagging a little. It shouldn't be. I'm trying to take care of that as we speak. So please, oh please, though. And did Game of Thrones really say spooners in chat? And here we go, guys.
Alright, and I am back.
Next invite going out is on MLG Antigua Shipyard, the new Blizzard map. It will be Fuzzy versus... Oh, we're waiting on it.
This is actually an interesting situation for Fuzzy to be in. Last time we had him with a win in the beginning and then a loss after. And I'm interested to see if his TVZ is really up to snuff. I'm pretty sure that his next opponent's going to be a Terran, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
It looks like it's going to be Jason X, which is a definite Terran. So.
But I'm not going to check his profile until we've gotten confirmation of that. You know, don't need to tell you guys people's information. It's not going to be playing. But that was a good game. Definitely a good game. Early aggression got completely stopped, and followed by Fuzzy doing a very good job of expanding, putting on pressure, and just holding attacks. That's all he had to do. He held attacks all game. He made sure he knew what was happening. And he just kept getting an economic lead and took the game. Well, give us a moment while this is
it is Jason X, so you go ahead and pop his profile.
Alright, so checking out Jason X's profile. He is High Masters. He is 1,000 points with rank 7. Oh, interesting.
So
we'll have to see just what his new account name is. Do we have any idea?
Is it Lunatics? Oh, nope, Jason XRH.
There we go. So let's check that out. So on one account, he's Masters, rank 7, and on this account, he is Masters. So definitely a Masters player. Strong player, about 1,000 points in him. So should be a threat. Now I know we haven't gone over our player, Fuzzy. I just wanted to do that. Fuzzy is a High Master player as well. He is rank 1 in his division with 232 wins and 221 losses, and has 1,300 points. So they're within a few hundred points of each other. Definitely could go either way. It's nothing too unfair. So we're going to see a TVZ again. I'm really interested to see what their positions are, because depending on the position in this map, you could end up with a situation similar to last game. Close air is still very close. Now, with MLG, you can't be close ground. But even so, this map is pretty small, and it has a lot of capability for drops, for muta harass, a lot of control elements that come with dropping and with airplay. So I really want to see what each of these players chooses this next.
And here it goes. Countdown is going to begin. Good luck, have fun, and we are good to go. We have a TVZ on the way on MLG Antigua Shipyard. And
just to remember, this is the second game of the Clan War, so we are 1-0 with VP leading by 1.
Yep, I have the nice little starboard up there showing us Fuzzy and Jason RX, or Jason XRH. So we have the score, we're good to go, and let's get loaded.
Alright. Well, we're waiting a little bit. Looks like, there's so many players in here, it makes sense that there would be a bit of a wait.
Yep, definitely.
Now, Antigua Shipyards, while we're loading, is one of those maps where if it's kind of positionally based. Like, if you spawn in one position, your opponent spawns in another, often close air, since we won't be sitting close by ground, one person has an advantage in a way. Like in TBZ, for example, if Jason were to spawn, let's say, in the top right corner, and Fuzzy were to spawn in the bottom right corner, then, with tank play or drop play, it's easy to deny a Zerg's natural third. He's going to have to expand away.
Definitely. I mean,
so just watch out for little things like that.
It really does depend on where you do spawn on this map. It's kind of more of like a circular map. So if you spawn across and you get all this wonderful place to expand out, if you spawn next to each other or near each other in close air, it can get goofy for one player. The other player can expand out easily. The other player's got to start taking them far away. So.
And it's not uncommon for, especially in TVZ, if Zerg gains a really early advantage, like holds a really aggressive early bunker rush, and expands and takes a third very quickly, he can choose to take it at the gold and really gain an immense advantage over his opponent. And the same thing happens with the Terran. If he does a lot of damage early and understands, hey, Zerg's not going to be able to push out for a little bit, he's got to recover his economy, instead of just continuing to be aggressive, he could just plant a PF, a planetary fortress, in the gold mineral line and kind of hold an angle for the Zerg to come in.
Definitely. Are you still loading, by the way?
I am.
Yep, same here. So we have someone
So it seems frozen, but we've probably got a lag.
Yep, we have a lagger. And we have the almighty Gamathor in chat, or actually watching the stream with us tonight. Oh boy. The head of all VP.
Yeah, it's always nice to see our leaders watching over us. It's kind of like the Zerg. There's the Overmind, though he's dead now in StarCraft 2. The Overmind watches over us all, kind of directs our actions, and then us, the Cerebrits, kind of get to direct others' actions. So that's kind of what's happening here. Gamathor's kind of just using his neural parasites to control our casting, and it helps. It really does.
And there we go. Quick load, and one person gets dropped from the game. I take it that was our lagger. So let me get intro started. We have, starting in the top position, we have the red Zerg as VP Fuzzy.
And in the bottom position, on the bottom right, we have the green Terran, Jason XRH. So this looks to be one of those positions where it's actually not particularly advantageous for either person. We're going to see a very fair game. So I like that. I like that a lot.
I do love that a ton, because you can see 3 expos. Oh, Jason saying he played him on ladder as my Smurf. And
so it looks like these players have played together.
So let's see if it holds up to the last game, because the last game was pretty epic. I do love watching TVZs because I do love banelings. The green goo and explosions everywhere just make it fun.
Yeah, that last game definitely saw some good control from Fuzzy. I would have liked to see a little better splits from our previous Terran, but you know what? That's okay. He's got Jason here to cover his back. I thought he did very well, and I'm interested to see how this game plays out. Because remember, cross position for Zerg, it's not that bad.
No, not at all.
So I would definitely say, especially now that this expansion's been taken, if no early aggression comes, which it's unlikely to do, since Jason is putting down his barracks so far up, we're going to definitely see an early expand. We could see 3 bases from both players fairly quickly. I mean, in this map, it's very easy to hold the ramps to both your natural and third at the same time, unless, of course, the rocks of the third get broken.
And those are some rocks, I will say that. So, looks like, I know it's not going to be a quick third, but he looks like he's going to go out for the scout and try to find out. And what he'll see is the fast expo from Fuzzy, and Fuzzy is also getting his spawning pool. So, I mean, this is going to be with these spawning positions, I don't think he's going to have to worry too much. And Fuzzy is going to get in and see the scout. So there's the scout.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where Fuzzy has scouted, hey, an expansion's coming. He doesn't know that Jason is now pulling the barracks back and doing a 1 base. There's a factory planting. This is a very tricky opening, and it's very high level. And we'll have to see if Jason can actually pull it off, or if that overload coming from the left side of Fuzzy eventually goes in and sees it before it's too late.
And we do have a reactor, so you can see a lot of Marines. You might see the tech switch, though, and you might see Hellion, just regular red flame Hellions. So...
yeah, that's definitely a possibility, because you know what? This tells Fuzzy sees the barracks and goes, okay, look at the barracks positioning. He's going to expand, and he's not going to be prepared. But on top of that, the command center just planted, so you know what? I'm starting to feel like my read maybe isn't so correct.
But, yeah, there's the command center, so maybe we're going to see a little bit of just harassment. Like I say, yeah, there's the switch, like I thought. And we're going to see some good old...
Hellions.
Yep, you're going to see some Red Flame Hellions. And they will come in and try to cook some drones. But Fuzzy already suspects something goofy and puts a Spine Crawler down.
Right, it's important for him to do that because Fuzzy doesn't have control of the Watchtower. So he wants to make sure, hey, I am just going to hold with one Spine Crawler. He should have the Watchtower, but like we said, he figures this is an expansion. I'm not going to get harassed. I saw the barracks, so it's probably going to be a simple, kind of like few Marines holding some bunkers kind of deal. And we're going to see if that Overlord sees the expansion. If it does, he'll just kind of confirm his suspicions, and he can just keep droning.
He swapped back, and he went to Blue Flame. So he got the first 2 early Hellions out on the way. Now he's getting Blue Flame.
And see, I like that. This is very technical. And hold that thought, 2 Hellions in the natural. All those drones being pulled in a line. And the Hellions are moving up to the main.
And there's 1 drone kill. There's 2 more. And the drones are getting pulled, and those Hellions are just running away. And there's another drone kill. We're up to 4 drones.
Right, those Hellions are being controlled very well. 1 does go down. We're now down to 1 Hellion.
And that's it. So
and there wasn't actually that much damage.
No, they broke even. Really.
Yeah, 4 drones for 2 Hellions. Honestly, that's an investment that I don't think was very effective. Now, we do see Lings moving across the map. He's really quick going to take that Watchtower and then keep checking up. He wants to see if maybe his opponent left an opening. But that Overlord dying will be a signal, hey, I can't do much damage, I'll break these rocks.
And it's a smart thing to do, because if he takes a third, or tries to take a quick third, yeah, you can roll on in. Here comes our Hive Tech or Lair Tech, excuse me, on the way. I was about to say Hive. Whoa, that's quick. And yet again, we're seeing the good old creep spread from Fuzzy. He spreads creep like nobody's business.
And it's interesting because Jason XRH doesn't see that the Lings are breaking down the rocks. He had no vision of that. He's moving out with those 2 Hellions. And we're going to see if these Queens can do work again because, like before, there aren't very many Lings.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, he stops and finds it, and there's 1 medic there, or medevac, and I bet you know what you were going to see? The elevator move. He's going to try to elevator him up.
You have to be careful.
And here comes the Queens. They're going to make sure that does not happen, Captain. And Jason is running away. I think he kind of sensed it.
Well, the problem is that Jason was starting to pick up the Hellions when the Lings died. So that got spotted.
Wow.
And now we actually see Fuzzy defending a drop that's not going to come. So it's a good idea. It's smart. He's tricking his opponent. He's playing mind games, making him think things are coming when they're not. And we have a Spire going down in the meantime from Fuzzy.
Well, look at there's a third.
Might actually hurt him.
Jason's taking a third already.
And Fuzzy's scouting it. And those rocks are pretty badly damaged. They're at half health. So he might be able to come and do some tremendous damage. In fact, here come the Lings now.
And they're going to meet some 3 Blue Flame Hellions. PDQ. Oh, and they're going to... nope. Cooking the Lings, and those Hellions run away and get all those Lings. But here comes the run by.
Yeah, this is really smart from Jason. Put those Marines in a really good spot so that they can't get surrounded.
Yep.
He's holding that third. But in the meantime, Fuzzy's taking his third as well. So we're seeing a macro game, but we're also seeing a lot of mutas popping. And I mean a lot of mutas.
Yes, sir.
Our worker count is 43 to 52. Yeah. Worker count's 43 to 52, with 43 being our Terran player. And I actually think that Command Center is a little off. I think it needs to fall a little more to the right if he's going to use it effectively. So I'm going to be interested to see if he does that.
And here we go, trying to get Fuzzy to get the cancel. And here comes a bunch of mutas, and those Marines don't have stim yet.
Oh, this is going to be a slaughter, and he knows that he needs to get those Hellions out, and that's not going to happen.
Oh, gets the medevac, gets the Hellions, fully cleans up, and wow.
Well, now we're in a situation where Fuzzy's probably feeling pretty good. He knows he just wiped out an army, maybe not the entire army, but an army. He can move out with the mutas, he can put on some pressure, and probably scare Jason away. Now, I still think, I swear, do you think that's off-centered too, Jason's third?
Kind of looks it. It
yeah,
looks
I really
farther
think
back
it's
than
off-centered.
normal. I don't know, just me. I don't know.
Well, mutas are poking away. But they
Stim
can't do
is
some
done.
damage yet. It just looks like... Yeah, he actually did stim once to try and stop the mutas, and the mutas kind of pulled back. So we're going to see if he stims again.
And he stims to run away, actually.
Well, I mean, Fuzzy's just taking advantage of the fact that Hellion play has very few mutas. These early stims from Jason aren't helping him, though, because, in all honesty, the mutas aren't taking damage from these stims.
And look, the
They're just
medevacs
defensive.
are, energy-wise, one was almost, I thought, completely empty. The other one still has it. So, the Baneling
Well,
is
he's
on
doing
the
the drop
way.
with those two He's going to bring those medevacs over into the third of Fuzzy, but see, in the meantime, those mutas are going to break down the missile turret at the third and start just doing damage to the command center, I'm sure.
Yep, and that's what they're doing.
Or not.
Now here they come.
So at this point, we're seeing Terran getting into a situation that he doesn't like. He needs to get Marines up. He's got tanks, but the problem is all those Marines are just dying.
And here
All of
comes the
them.
drop.
This is a really bad position. Oh, you're right. At the same time, the drop in the third is actually failing. The mutas are just doing so much damage that the drop's not going to be that effective. Hold that thought, though. Drone's running away. In the meantime, the mutas have cleaned up the third for Jason. So this is a crazy third attack from both players.
Drones getting involved to tank it, and this is going to get held by drones and a little bit of everything from the Zerg, and there goes the medevacs. And I'll tell you what, Jason's third is gone.
Yeah, Fuzzy actually lost a lot of mutas committing to killing that third command center. But the problem is, Fuzzy's so far ahead now because he has a third, because he held that drop, and because he also broke the third. That it's just, this is a situation that
those Marines are out in the open without a medevac. Oh boy. Trying to stim and run away, and this is just not looking good. Now we have the tank line.
Oh, and it's funny because Jason tried to put down a command center at his gold, and the Lings ran right through it like, hey, wait, I see what you're doing, and killed those SCVs.
Yep. So same type game, we're going to tank Marine, and now we have 12 Banelings forming in. So Fuzzy doing the same exact thing, going Ling early, tons, and look, he's even got a macro hatch in his base, just to keep his money low.
Well, you know, he's doing a great job putting his money down. He
and
just had too many minerals earlier. And those minerals are just doing work. I mean, that's what they do.
And he's causing, what's the other thing he's causing to do is he's causing stims. And right now, I see two medevacs, and their energy's not the greatest.
Bad control.
Yep.
Several meters.
But look at all the Lings!
Because the counterattack's going to be bad. Oh, yes, this is going to be deadly. Oh, but it doesn't. I mean, those tanks are well positioned. You know, this is another one of those situations where you say, hey, Terran could still hold this. If Zerg initiates wrong, Terran could hold this. But if Zerg does his job, continually harassing, not losing mutas too much, and then coming in with that giant flood of units at 200 food, it's going to be over. And looking at upgrades,
40 more Lings.
See.
Jesus.
Oh. He's at 200 food now, folks. We're going to see the push any second.
And I'm sorry to say, 4 tanks against this amount of Lings. Oh, he's trying to get pick up. He gets a tank. Oh, smart move.
You know, right now,
look at this. Here it comes.
Food down.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
And here comes the Banelings. Banelings cleaning up the rest. Mutas doing their job, and there's the GG.
You know, that was such a good game. And, you know, it really shows Fuzzy's style. Fuzzy often gains an advantage in the game, and instead of just going in and trying to finish the game and potentially getting held and then equalizing, he goes, no, yeah, I have a big advantage. I'm just going to sit on it, macro really hard, and then take the game when I'm like 50, 60 foot ahead.
And he did, and he kept the big key was he got the third. He didn't trade thirds, he got the third down, and then kept his third running, had the macro hatch, and just started pumping at that point. Because he knew. So.
Yeah, it was still a good game. It was a great game. Another example of Fuzzy doing a very good job of holding early harassment. Even if it's not a bunker in Marines, it can be Hellions too. He held early harassment and did a good job of staying in that game, only losing 4 drones. And when harassment fails, oftentimes that means that the person who was harassed is ahead.
Definitely, and I mean, you know what? You said he lost a lot of mutas, and I do agree. He lost a lot taking that third, but also he killed a lot of SCVs. He killed the third completely. I think that was a fair trade, because that put him behind the ball on that one.
Oh, it definitely was. I was not saying it was a bad move. I was simply saying that, you know, when you look at the engagements, he lost all his mutas taking out the third, and our last opponent, the Terran, lost all his units trying to take out the third and failing. So it was just a situation where both of them did the same thing with very, very different results.
Definitely. So here we go, Fuzzy coming in again for VP, and let's see who they bring out. Fuzzy so far has been very impressive. He's a new member, brand new recruit to VP. Just got accepted, I want to say, a day or two ago. And I'll tell you what, he's been a monster.
Yeah, you know, we've really only seen him in 2 events, this one and the one before. And he's shown that he's definitely a good player. He can hold his own. He's not getting steamrolled, and actually here he has the potential to take this series. So. Not this game, of course. But
look who they left in.
We will see. So we're going to have Tenryu playing. So, looking at Tenryu, we see that he is...
I'm just making sure.
The Grandmaster. He is their Zerg Grandmaster, rank 186. Only 8 ranks down from VP Chance. So this is definitely going to be a tough game for Fuzzy to take. And is this a ZVZ? Ooh,
yeah,
we're going to see some crazy action.
There's going to be some crazy micro, I can tell you that.
We are waiting on Fuzzy, though. He did say he needed to go to the bathroom. So we will see just how this plays out in a ZVZ. Because I think, have we seen Fuzzy in a ZVZ?
I don't know. I don't think we have. Well, I'm now the host, so...
This will be our first time seeing Fuzzy take on his own race. So just wait for Fuzzy, and we'll be good to go.
Did you get it? Yeah, you got an invite. So say, I didn't see you.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so we're just waiting, and...
You know, while we're waiting, we're going to look at... Wait, is he back? Oh, no, sorry. Misread that. So we're actually going to look at some of these other players in here. We've got Ewick watching the game. He's on our team. Winterborn RH, who I believe is the other team's manager. Is that correct, Ken?
Oh, no. Ewick is correcting me. We did see Fuzzy in the last Clan War do a ZVZ, and he went Muta and...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He was Muta against Roach Hydra, or was he Roach Hydra against Mute?
He was Muta and Ultra. Remember.
That was an interesting game. So we're going to see if he takes that playstyle into this game as well. And it looks like Fuzzy is back.
So we're doing this.
It looks like it's going to start up. Just taking care of a last bit piece of business. And actually, just a quick statement, he was actually the Roach Hydra player against the Mutaplay. So Fuzzy was actually the loser in that last ZVZ we saw. And we're definitely going to see if he can replicate his composition, but win instead of lose. I definitely thought the other Zerg player was interesting. He was a Muta Ultra, which is a really strange composition in ZVZ, I think. I mean, I honestly don't know. I haven't seen enough of these. And I think Fuzzy made a pretty typical response, like, hey, you know, I'm going to make Hydras against your Mutas, I'm going to make Roaches against your Lings, but it just didn't
and here we go. Have fun, good luck. And I am starting the countdown, guys. Here we go. Countdown has begun. It is MLG Typhoon Peaks.
Typhoon's 2 O's, Hand. This is Typhon Peaks.
Oh, sorry. Typhon Peaks. It's a ZVZ. Oh, boy.
So, yeah, this is definitely one of those maps that, well, you know, I haven't vetoed some of Protoss, and I hate the open natural, but I love that choke after it, so I might start unvetoing it. But in ZVZ, it just seems like it might actually be a good map for holding the center. Because if you can kind of hold the center with your packet units, you can deny your opponent from ever getting to your base in the first place.
I definitely agree with you on that. But remember, there's a lot of end arounds. You can break rocks down, you know, do all sorts of goofiness.
Oh, yeah. All kinds of shenanigans on this map.
Shenanigans. So let's get the intros underway. Well, let me do that. And here we go. Coming up, just waiting for probably one more person.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they're ready. It looks like both players
and here we go. Here. So, starting out as our green Zerg 4RH, it is 10 Ryu.
And in the bottom right is our purple Zerg VP Fuzzy. So we actually have vertical positions here. Top right versus bottom right.
Which can be fun because I'll show the guys on stream. There is 2 little sets of rocks here that you can break down, which automatically puts you into their natural. So...
yeah, you know, if they're willing to take the time, they break those rocks, and there's a straight path in. But if they don't, there's the outer long path to the watchtower, and then around into their natural. So it's definitely... this is one of those maps that kind of invites you, if you want to have an early aggressive game, to break those rocks. But if you spend too much time breaking those rocks, it's not an early game anymore. You know, it's going to go into a little mid-game. So if you want to do damage, there's quite a few different paths to take.
Oh, definitely. It looks like Fuzzy is scouting out, trying to figure out where he is. He will see the Overlords will pass and slap tentacles is a high 5 going on by, and they'll figure out, okay, we're top and bottom right now.
Yeah, well, there's no other read to take from that. And I actually think both players actually wait, just hold that thought. We have Tenryu putting down his spawning pool and gas at the same time. I think we're going to see another 15 hatch from Fuzzy.
Not a problem. I don't see that as a big issue. You might see
the way these timings should work out is he should be fine. I mean, the map distance, even though it's close, you know, the map distance is so long that by the time he gets there can be a spine crawler and some lings popping. And in addition, without speed, once again, it's just such a long path to take.
It is, because you have to come over here. We'll trace it down, then back this way, and then up into the base.
For Fuzzy to take an early lead with that hatchery, but no, here's Baneling Nest going down for Tenryu, so we're definitely going to see a very early, possibly all in from Tenryu.
That I've never seen. I've never seen spawning pool then Baneling right away. So if Fuzzy doesn't catch this and get the scout, has Fuzzy seen it?
You know, I don't think he has.
Let's go to the Fuzzy's
vision does not reveal it. Yeah, it does not reveal it.
So he does not know it's there. And look at this, Tenryu getting ballsy and putting down a spine crawler right next to Fuzzy's natural.
Well, in addition, a Baneling Nest is going down for Fuzzy as well, so we're going to see a little bit of mirroring, but it's important to note, he needs those Zerglings to come out. Fuzzy needs the Lings, he's pulling drones, he needs to get drones in there, he can't afford to lose that hatch and let the spine go up.
There's 2 Banelings now. Banelings can do a ton of damage right now. And not too much.
It wasn't an incredible amount of damage, but still, that spine crawler's done. This is actually probably a medic.
And there's a bigger hit right there.
Ooh. That spine crawler's almost done though, and I'm concerned. It's actually not that big of a difference here.
Nope, because now we're pushing Lings out, and Banelings are forming.
Both players actually forming Banelings, so that spine crawler is going to be a pain. Both players actually have very similar drone counts, 10 to 12, but unfortunately Tenry is in a dominating lead at the moment.
And there's Banelings on Banelings. Oh boy.
So many Lings though for Tenry, and that spine crawler is doing work at 16 health. I think this is the end for that hatchery.
I don't know, because here it comes. Banelings are going to hit it.
He's got to be careful. He can't let one Ling... Oh, no. He can't let one Ling kill a Baneling. This is such a terrible situation for Fuzzy. I can see why this guy's a Grandmaster. He takes advantage of players that go for an early hatch.
And there's the GG.
It is such... Man, you know, I am actually amazed at how good that opener is. I mean, if you try to take an early hatch, normally you can survive by just holding Lings. And making a spine crawler in your natural... and then using Banelings to kill the drones and Lings once they show up to kill it is ridiculous. I mean, if you watched, he kept the Banelings on the side, and then in comes one Baneling when he sees the drones and Lings get on it. In comes another Baneling. It's just such a good build.
It was, and he was very patient with his Banelings. He wasn't running them in to say one Ling would hit the Baneling. He got his money's worth. So.
Oh yeah, those were good Baneling uses, and unfortunately Fuzzy probably just feeling really behind, even though he actually wasn't that behind. Just 2 workers. He lets his Banelings die without actually killing his opponent's Lings, and on top of that, Speedlings versus non-Speedlings is not a fair matchup either.
No. So on a little side note, we're going to just throw out there, if you guys are watching and want to join VP Gamers, please go to vpgamers.com and sign up on the forums, and you will get an interview. We are taking applicants. We are a Bronze through Grandmaster clan. We do not get picky. Just make sure you're over the age of 18. Any other side note, we have a store, Justinius.
Oh, do we? You know what? I'd love to buy some soda.
We have some swag from VP Gamers. You can go on and buy t-shirts and hoodies, soon to be polos and all sorts of other stuff. So you guys can jump on and go ahead, spend some of that hard-earned cash on VP Gamer stuff, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty sweet looking. I have some at my house here.
Wait, no soda though?
No soda.
Yeah, I kind of need to buy some more soda. You know, I'm kind of running out. I need my caffeine fix. That's cool. You know, I like shirts. I'd love to have a shirt. I'd love to have some shorts too. You know, and maybe I'll get my first pair of boxers, because I actually go in the buff underneath my stuff, because you know I'm a baller. You know, you never.
TMI. We don't need to know. We're gonna lose viewers on that, Justinius. Come on.
Oh. Well, anyway, yeah, get some clothes, guys. Actually, just an important note, in San Francisco, it's actually okay to have public nudity. It's interesting.
Wow. So, I think we're going to have Ewick?
Well, Ewick is definitely a very solid player.
I'm kind of leaning towards that.
Well, we're going to find out. Reboot is host. He's probably going to put our player in the top for us so that we know who it is. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be Ewick. Ewick's actually a very good Terran player. No, I know. I've seen him. I've seen him reverse all kill the entire team. Okay, so I know who Ewick is.
He is brand new to VP's elite team as well. So.
And he's a great addition.
And there it is. Ewick is playing. So.
Yeah, we just got confirmation from Reboot.
And I will make that happen. So we will have Ewick versus the GM Tenryu RH. And you know what? If we need underwear to start getting monogram for VP to be a big seller, I guess we'll add that to the store. We're going to have to. So, but yet again, guys, I'm going to throw it out there. Please, everyone in VP Gamers should be watching this. This is an awesome clan war. We try to stream as much as we can. Please hype us up in that channel. Wherever you're watching, just go about it and do what you got to do. Make us, make us that stream. Favorite us. Watch it. The more we get of that, the more people we get watching, the more we can do for the VP community as a whole, or even just the community, StarCraft 2 community as a whole as well. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. And actually, it looks like you've been put a host, so let's get some readies.
And I'm gonna get the.
Looks like Ewick is ready, so we are just waiting on Tenryu.
And there it is. He is ready.
And looks like Tenryu is ready too.
So let's do this. Give me 1 second. And they are keeping the same colors, and we are good to go. Good luck, have fun. Because you always need to good luck, have fun. And here we go. Oh wait, we're waiting on the player. We're going to drop teacher, sorry.
And we're starting the countdown.
Here we go, and this is on MLG Xel'Naga Caverns. This is going to be exciting. Because remember, we didn't get to see Ewick play the other Clan Wars GM. So...
Right, so we're going to see Ewick take on a GM. He's an incredibly solid player. So we're going to see just how he handles this TVZ on Xel'Naga Caverns once again. So remember, for Zerg, got to be careful. Got to be careful. Those early aggressive Terran plays are really the style on a close map like Xel'Naga, and it's important. It's important not to overextend yourself sometimes. And if either player makes one wrong move in the early game, it could cost them dearly the entire game through.
Oh, definitely. But remember, I mean, Tenryu was super aggressive on Fuzzy. I mean, he punished Fuzzy for taking the Expanse first.
Yeah, that might be his playstyle, but also, a lot of players have different playstyles for each matchup. For example, ZVZ, that might be Tenryu's, build to go to. It's his go-to build, that's how he wins all his ZVZs, but on the flip side, it might be that when he sees Terran or Protoss, he goes into a very heavy macro game, and he's extremely good at that as well. So we're going to find out this game if he's a varied player or if he loves his early aggression, his all-in, so to speak. So we should be seeing the game starting any second now. And in the bottom left, we have our orange Terran, Ewick for VP.
And here we go. In the top, we have the green Zerg for RH. It is Tenryu. So
we have Xel'Naga here,
which is a pretty standard map. Everyone's played it. Really, like I say, you know where you spawn. So now it's just a matter of how can you punish that person. And we've seen Ewick go multiple playstyles, so I mean, God knows what he'll go this route. I bet you he'll probably wall off because he tends to like to do that.
He loves denying that scouting. I mean, that's a big thing for Ewick. Is he even one of his trademark things he's been doing in a lot of games in situations where his opponent can't scout him back is he puts up a supply depot, then a bunker, and then starts a supply depot, but doesn't finish it. Because he doesn't need it that early, so he just puts up the supply depot just to block any kind of scouting that his opponent can do.
The Dancing SCV says, I have 150 minerals, time to lay a barracks. That's exactly what he does, and Ewick is just on his way to the wall off. Which is fine, because now the scout should get blocked. It's on its way, so let's see if he does.
It is on its way. We have a gas going down for Ewick. Definitely nothing gasless going on here. We want to see if the supply depot goes down because that drone is getting awfully close to scouting his front.
It is, and I don't think he's going to block it.
Doesn't look like it. And here comes the drone. He's going to peck away at the SUV building the barracks.
So he'll pull it over.
Ewick is, yep, he knows how to deal with that.
And here we go. He does finish, and he blocks the drone in and says, "You know what? You're not getting your drone back now."
Yep, that's 50 minerals that Tenryu is going to be losing.
And Tenryu is going for an expanse first. So let's see what Ewick decides to do.
Well, you know, Ewick does see the spawning pool. He's seen the expansion. He knows exactly what Tenryu is up to. So now this is Ewick's time to make a decision. And that factory that he just planted is definitely the decision he's going with. He's probably going to be doing some kind of Hellion play, maybe even Banshee. We don't know. Ewick just has so many different builds in his arsenal that it's going to be a surprise no matter what he does.
Oh, definitely. So he's busting down the extractor here that was popped in, a little gas steal, but
very fast roach also coming from Tenryu. His roach warren went down almost as soon as his second hatch finished. So we're going to see if this little push out from Ewick does any real damage.
No, he has no wings out, so this could actually kill some drones.
Right, there are 2 lings out. We do see that roach warren going up. He's going to pop a bunch of roaches. So, you know, I'm not sure if this will do any real damage, but there's a Hellion going to be going along with this attack, and it might even get canceled if he sees roaches pop out. So, I'm going to be interested to see what happens. 5 roaches actually coming.
Ooh, wait, he could get an OV on this one. That will be huge. Early game killing of an OV is bad. He does get the OV.
He is now... Yeah, Tenryu is now supply blocked. And this little push from Ewick, though, is not going to do any damage because a bunch of roaches just popped. 5 roaches and a ling are definitely going to be 5 Marines and a Hellion.
But he does get the lings. So now time to run away and hide for another day.
We do have a medevac coming out. The barracks is moving aside to make a tech lab. A bunker going down. He knows he has to hold this. He does not actually have a composition that can hold this if his bunker does not finish.
No, this is aggressive.
2 roaches coming to head off the Marines.
They're going to get in.
He's going to want to use...
And we do have a medevac, though.
SCVs.
And this
the bunker is almost done. And the bunker, he cancels it.
Because he's going to chase after these guys with the medevac definitely helping out, but I don't get this.
This is actually a bad position to be in for Ewick.
And here comes, this is the savior.
Oh, interesting micro going down over here. Those roaches actually being forced to attack SCVs while the Marauder survives. This was an incredibly well micro battle from Ewick.
Incredible, and I don't think he's going to try to continue this. So I think he's just going to pull back and macro up an army. So, wow. Ewick yet again.
Just to give a... Yeah, Ewick did amazing. Held a very aggressive attack. Yeah, he's putting up that command center, getting a bunch of barracks.
So that
even though it looked like, he's gonna go try and kind of snipe things out. And here's the thing: he's moving out with a pretty small force, just kind of checking things out. But looking at the synopsis of what happened after that battle, both players are within 1 worker of each other. Both players have a very small amount of army, and this is definitely the situation where both players came out even there. The aggressive attack was met with, honestly, a very, very, very close defense.
The problem is there's a lot of OVs out on the field here to get picked off, and he is supply capped already, and here comes the bigger supply cap right now, and that is definitely going to do some hurt right there. And Tenryu is trying to
all these
move
things
away.
are going to get scouted, though, by that medevac. That medevac just saw all the lings turn into speedlings. He knows he has to hold them.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, they're moving down the ramp. This is bad. He did not see it. I don't think he saw the number of lings that are out. This is terrible.
Yeah, this is a ton of lings. And they're going to get blown right in.
This. Oh, dear.
SCV's getting pulled. He didn't kill everything on the ground, though.
This looks terrible.
And there's a drop in the base, and it looks like it gets held. Oh, boy.
But at what cost?
Yeah, but look at, we have Hellions in the base, now cooking.
Yep, those Hellions actually did do some pretty good work. They actually ended up at even food at the end of that.
Wow.
And worker counts are still very similar, 25, 28, but the problem is Ewick is on 1 base, and his opponent is on 2. That said, though, like I said, both players have a low drone count, or a low worker count. Only 30 for 2 bases, and for Ewick 1 base. It's just an interesting situation to be in. I think Ewick definitely made a blunder there. He saw those lings with his medevac that moved out, and I don't think he actually saw it. He should have, but I think he missed that.
Now the big thing is, here he goes, he's taking his third, he's going to drop some bunkers down, smart play, or taking his second, his natural, and that Viking's still hunting around. It's missing the most obvious OV in the back of his base.
Well, you know, the big thing here is that little things have actually made this an even game. Like, honestly, Ewick would be behind if he hadn't made that Viking and sniped 3 Overlords. Honestly, Tenryu would be behind if he hadn't so aggressively built those roaches and hit, or hadn't taken advantage of him moving down his ramp and hit with those lings. So this is one of those situations where both players have made little mistakes, and both players have capitalized on the one mistake.
And
neither of those bunkers is populated. This could be terrible, and here actually comes the population of the bunkers.
I don't know what he's doing. Oh, we have Banelings.
A bunch of Banelings. We have Mutas. This could be the attack that finishes this. Ewick might not be able to hold such heavy aggression.
I don't know.
Mutas coming in.
Not a lot of Mutas. I mean, this is an okay amount.
But see, at the same time, Lings and Banelings are going to hit in the natural.
Oh, they're running across! That was not
That was actually a huge mistake.
And here comes the stim of the Marines stimming in, and this is going to put the kibosh on the Mutas.
You know, he's doing a good job of using those Mutas. He's doing constant harassment. Once again, both players are fairly even. Like, this is such a funny game because both players are doing such ingenious things. You know, Mutas move into the base and start doing damage, and then as soon as he pulls his army to deal with it, here in come the Lings and Banelings. But because he doesn't control the Banelings properly, he doesn't get hardly any SCV kills. And likewise, because Ewick didn't commit some of his units to staying behind, he didn't hold that as well as he could have, but he stopped the Muta play. So both players are really just playing mind games with each other and responding to things overly much or too little.
Oh, here we go. We have a large tank Marine push coming. This is huge.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely his response. He is 17 food ahead now because those Banelings weren't very cost effective for him. Unfortunately, all they did was kill a bunker. So this could be the game-deciding battle.
But this is a lot of Banelings and Muta. And here comes...
He actually scans that.
So he sees the Banelings. But we saw Ewick with a... Remember the pro split in the last game that left me speechless?
Yeah, we might see that again. And actually, looking at it, he just took the gold rocks down, so he's definitely looking to take a third.
And here
both players taking position.
Oh, he scouts it out with the... Oh! Takes that
siege. He's going to need to siege up immediately.
No, he's letting the Banelings pop out of tanks! Nothing happening there, and these Mutas are not going to get anything done.
But you know, it is important to know, all the tanks are dead now. And that is a big factor in this. He can't push out with that army at this point in time. So this is one of those things where even though the Banelings weren't used as cost-effectively as they could have been, it still delays the push.
Yeah, but here we go. Drop happening. And now you got another one pushing out.
This drop is going to get scouted, though, and it might even pull the mutas away at a bad time when Ewick is going to hit the third. So we're going to find out. Here comes the scouting of it.
Yep, the mutas are pulling away.
The mutas are going to see it. They're moving out. And at the same time, Ewick is moving in. Oh, no split. Oh, there's the split.
Bailing's not having
beautiful job.
And let's go back up. There is a macro hatch happening. So Tenryu definitely wants to get this happening. He needs to get his money, but he's got the gold. The gold's gonna go down. So
yeah, this is one of those situations where, you know, the mutas pulled away at a bad time. It wasn't like Ewick planned for him to pull his mutas away, but it happened just because, you know, there was a drop happening. It got scouted,
and, here we go,
and things like this play in.
And wow. And he's going to get that third, and that third is going down. That's it there. So he puts the Kabash on the third, and he would kind of, I would say, evens it up right there. So let's go back. We have just a handful of mutas. A lot of them in the red, if you notice. So,
well, that, like I said before, this was definitely the game-deciding push. When those two armies met, how it went down decided the game. Because Zerg wasn't able to do as much damage as he could with those Banelings and kill all those Marines, the mutas weren't able to clean up and take the game.
Well,
and so now we're looking at a situation where he cleaned up the third, and we're looking at an advantage from Ewick.
And here we go. These mutas are getting critical mass. Once you get a few more mutas in there, that'd definitely be huge. But they're going to run in, and they're going to find...
A lot of them are hurt.
Yeah, and that's the problem. There goes another one right there. They ran into a bunch of missile turrets, and, yeah. So let's go back up.
Yeah, no, that definitely
We have 10 Banelings coming in. Here comes 10 Banelings rolling on in with a bunch of Lings. So this, I think, he's going to try. But I don't think he knows there's a planetary here waiting.
Well, this is one of those situations where Zerg knows he's on the back foot. He just knows. I mean, you can't not know that. And he's going to have to do some damage. The problem is, he can't do any. That planetary fortress is up. He's going to have to, like, clean up every single SCV, and I really don't think he can pull it off here. Looking at worker count, it's 44 drones to 64 SCVs, 2 bases or 3 bases.
Is double expanding.
He needs... When you're this far behind, you need to take some risks.
He's getting close to mined out in his natural, and he's, wow, really close in his home base there. So
in his main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just getting crazy now. Tanks and everything. Roach is on the way, so I think he's trying to do and get something to tank the damage. So.
Well, it's just a testament to Ewick's skill that this game has gone 20 minutes long with a Grandmaster against him. Like, this is no joke. I mean, Tenryu is a very solid player. He's doing a lot of really multi-pronged attacks with Muta and Ling, or with Ling Bailing, and then stopping a drop, and both of them have very good multitasking capability. But this is the point in the game where Ewick knows he's ahead, and he can just sit back and macro up a nice army. As long as he denies that gold again, he's going to win if he denies the gold again. That's where we're at right now.
Nothing's coming out of the gold. They're not mining anything. And they're not mining from the other base. They just came up. So here comes the drone transfer right now to the gold. Yeah, but look at this.
But
we have a Thor. Thor is here. And, wow. We have +3 weapons, +3 shields on the way for infantry. So you're going to have 3-3, and there's a Ghost Academy on the way.
Hold that thought, though. We actually have an attack about to occur. He knows, he sees them at the watchtower, he's seen the expansion on the right side, he's actually going to hit it with a bunch of Marines, and engagement's going to happen
we
right
got a double attack going on. He's going to pull away, but here comes some Marines coming in, and he's going to try to cut him off, but there's siege tanks that are really doing their job, and so he's going to cut out the 4th here. The 4th is not going to get any help at all.
Right, it's down, for sure. And Ewick is maxed, so this is his time to say, hey, I need to push now. If I get the production facilities up, I can just keep pushing out this army. Like, this is my time, and that's exactly what he's doing.
He's even killing the larva. That's how big it is. And here comes the big push. Baneling's trying to do something. Baneling's didn't do much there. And here comes the tank push. You're just going to see him crawl tanks on up. And he's trying to get rid of that third now. But they're like, what can we do? Because they're going down. There is a ton of infestors. And that's going to clean up that. But, wow. 250 health left. And here comes another round of Marines.
He's gonna finish the hatch. That's what he's there for.
Yep.
Oh, not quite.
Nope.
See, this is an interesting situation because Ewick is ahead. He can afford to sacrifice some Marines, but
he's gonna sacrifice more. Here he goes. He's splitting them up. Smart. And there it goes. He gets the third. That puts the kibosh in any type of mining. And we have siege tanks now.
Yeah, Timmy's just on the natural.
15 roaches on the way. And he's... No, look, he's trying to do an end around. Tenryu is coming around with his big army. And he's guarding the third. His new third. And I think he's going to try to come around and hit him.
Well, the big thing here is that...
we have 3 more Ghost Academies on the way. So we're going to have nukes. We're definitely having nukes. Here comes the big attack. He's bypassing it. And this is not what you want to see because now it's going to be like a base race type thing. But there's a ton of Marines coming back here. And this is just huge. There's puzzles everywhere.
Ewick has the advantage here. He just needs to commit his army without getting them all fungled. And those barracks are working against him.
Yeah, but here it comes. Fungals can't happen anymore. Those guys have... There's the last fungal. Big fungal going down. That's it. So now that negates anything these guys are... Any of the infestors can do. And now he's just got to clean up what's left there, and we're going to spit out some infested Terrans.
You know, it was a really good effort from our Zerg player here, but unfortunately, that kind of attack commitment isn't going to end the game, especially when your opponent has that much of a lead in food on you.
Yeah, and where is it? Nuke's on the way, Thor's on the way.
I really feel like Tyrion was just trying to bide time until his third got up, and I mean, he did, but at what cost? I mean, all that food gone. He thought maybe I can get in there, get some good fungals, and kill some Marines, but it didn't happen. Not like he wanted.
He's losing infestors left and right.
And you know what? Ewick's split is just so phenomenal that it takes so many fungals to kill just 12 Marines, and we can't hope to do it to 50.
Yep, and he just killed off the third. Now he's making him build it back at the gold again. Wow.
Another nuke coming. No mineral, no gain for Tenryu. His resources are at zilch. He can barely mine anywhere but his main with 4 tiny patches. He has to commit to this, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a GG any second.
Yeah, and here comes the Ghost. The Ghosts are going to make this. They're going to snipe out. There's the snipes. And there's the GG. Wow!
What an amazing display of skill from both players.
This has been a phenomenal game. Wow.
Yeah, Ewick definitely needs to just starve his opponents. A lot of games he does that. He starves his opponents, and that's where he wins. It's not that he needed to, it's that he did. And Ewick has such a good game sense that he knows when to move out, he knows when to defend, and if he can starve his opponents like he continually does, he'll get up nukes, he'll make battle cruisers, what have you, and just cement the win.
Wow. Just wow. That was a big push. I mean, the fungals were great, but once he figured out there's, infestor play on there, he just started doing those splits again, and the fungals were only hitting 2 or 3 at a time. So here we go. We're getting right back into it. Wow.
That splitting was just so good. It saved so many units countless times. It's good against Banelings. It's good against fungal. Good against Banelings. Good against infestors. It's just an amazing game. And Tenry was even saying he thought he had won the game early and didn't bother playing safe and macroing. So we might be seeing a little bit of just self-denial, but we also might be seeing like legitimate. He thought he had the game, but Ewick came out so strong that he just wasn't prepared for it. So just to recap, that game started with an attempt at Marine Hellion aggression, but an early Roach attack almost spelled disaster for Ewick. But Ewick held it, actually surprisingly well, with some good medevac lifting of Marauders and Hellions and Marines, and held it at actually about an even cost.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Forward.
That was definitely impressive.
He blazed forward, and both of them macroed their little hearts out, and with some good attacks, Ewick managed to keep him from taking the gold, kept canceling the gold, and it kind of became one-sided at that point.
Yeah, he starved him out, basically.
And that's what we were watching. A long game, but a game in Ewick's favor. Starving his opponent out, keeping him from getting those extra bases, keeping him from keeping the gold for very long, and just showing that he has the ability to take on even Grandmaster level players.
Wow, that was yeah.
Speechless.
Tenryu was amazing. That pressure in the beginning, any normal player I've seen would have dropped to it. And Ewick held it somehow with SCVs and some duct tape and whatever it might have been. I mean, he held that together with tears of something. I don't know.
Well, we're actually ready to get into the game here.
Yep.
Both players have readied up. So, just a quick cap. Whyso Pro is a match level player. 1,000 points, so this should still be a good match. We'll have to see, though, if he can contend with Ewick's a massive macro and control.
I'm sorry, every time this kid comes in here, he does something that just causes me to just go, what? So the map is MLG Shack. Love the map. We've seen Ewick do some really crazy things on this map.
One of which is his patented bunker on the side of your main with a tank. Yeah, siege tank. It's just, Ewick is such a good player, man. I am amazed. That game, what really saved him early game was his control of his lifting. Lifting up a Hellion before it could die and then dropping it, lifting a Marauder before it could target it and dropping it. Just gave him such a strong, just gave him the little bit he needed to survive.
I'm still speechless, sorry. So I'll get the first intro here. Wow. Just wow.
Well, it takes a lot to...
And here we go. Starting as our Blue Zerg, 4 Relentless Heroes, it is Whyso Pro.
Yep, and in the bottom right corner is our Orange Terran VP Ewick. So we've got bottom left versus bottom right here. You might just see that trick we were talking about.
Oh, this is his favorite spot.
One of the situations.
Yeah, this is his favorite spot. Because he does the elevator move. So.
Oh yeah, this is one of his favorite tactics too.
So we should see it this game, guys. I don't see why not. I'm just still speechless from the last game.
Well, you know, that's all right. We do know that he is a very capable player. He might not do it. You know, he probably understands we expect it from him in this particular map. That's kind of his thing that he does. It's his signature thing. But if he doesn't, that's cool too. We might see some Banshee play. We might see some crazy weird, you know, well, not weird, but we might see some crazy Hellion dropping with Medivac. So, you know what? Anything goes with this guy.
Most definitely. I mean, and the beautiful thing of where they're spawning, if it gets into the mid-late game, you can see 4 or 5 bases easy. So.
Oh, yeah.
Zerg player is macroing up. He is at 15. Looks like, is he going to go hatch? He's got the mineral.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, he's going hatch. So, 15 hatch. Pretty standard opening. It's a safe opening on this map.
And you know, I have lost track. Are we at 3 or 4 wins here?
We're at 3.
So is this the game to take the series, or is there another one
more? We happily have one more. So.
I just love watching Ewick play. I mean, anyone who makes Handfromabov speechless is someone of incredible talent.
Yeah, because I've been casting a long time. No one hears about me, you know. But I've been casting a long time. I've been in StarCraft years, from Brood War on, and what this kid does is just shocks me at points where I've seen pros die to, like, that 5 roach and everything, so.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Wait, look at Ewick is 1 rack expanding.
Ooh, very, very risky. But you know what? I don't think so. If you look, you see that the hatchery is up. He's actually making a bunker. Oh, he can't. The creep just spread. But he does know, hey, there's a hatchery that just popped. I can probably get away with an expo too.
Yep, and I don't see why not. I'd probably see a bunker down on the low ground here. But look at this. I mean, the hatch is getting up and running for YSO Pro. Definitely a smart move on his part, because, you know, the quicker Zerg can get up and running, definitely the better for him. Problem is, though...
Oh, but look at this. 2 command centers building for Ewick. He's going nuts. I can't see how he could actually, like, legitimately
I don't know what he's
believe
doing.
that that's worth doing.
I don't know what he's doing.
But you know what? We've said that a lot of times about his play. We don't know what he's doing. So we're going to find out.
I am completely confused here, guys. I'm going to leave it up to you guys, because I've never seen a Terran go in 5 minutes double command center.
Yeah, and we're going to see if YSO Pro scouts it when he sends his lings up the ramp, or if he sends the lings up the ramp. But we do see a third being taken by YSO Pro, so this might actually be the perfect choice for Ewick to make. I'm kind of at a loss for words, almost like you yourself, Handfromabov, at this incredible insight that Ewick is showing.
I mean, I know...
Oh, and here's the scout.
And
he sees that a command center is building.
He doesn't know there's a second one, though. Surprise! And there's the bunker.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be a surprise.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, honestly, okay, he's floating one over. Now we're going to float another. When Terrans are on the same amount of base as Zerg, generally that's not the best thing in the world.
No, it never is, and if whether or not he scouts this third is going to be a big factor in this game. If he scouts him moving it out, will be a big factor.
Ooh, I do like what
he might keep it in his base for muling.
I do like what he's doing, though, with the double barracks in the front. That's going to cause a choke. So I do like that. We do have the third for YSO Pro up and running. We do have YSO Pro going to his lair tech and getting his second gas with an Evo chamber. So 2 more gases going down. Wow. So he's going very heavy gas. Maybe we'll see some Muta play out of him.
Yeah. And you know, what's interesting is YSO Pro is about 7 workers ahead. That gap is closing with those 3 orbitals running. So we're going to find out just how long the macro advantage for YSO Pro is going to last.
Look at this. He is walling it off. Have you ever seen a wall up on UX base or a Terran base like that?
No, I actually haven't. It's interesting. He's probably going to have barracks, supply depot, bunker, supply depot, barracks. That's what it's going to look like. It's going to be a cool little V. So we're going to have a Ling scouting it in a second.
Yep, and you have he's making Lings right now. There is a Baneling nest, so I mean, he's definitely doing a smart move here because right now Ewik is straight Marines.
The potential for damage is huge.
I mean, that's a lot of Marines.
I mean, but from the Zerg player, we have so much coming out. I mean, we have Spire, we have one attack for ground, we have Ventral Sacks going up. So, you know, I really don't know what to expect from our Zerg player, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see Ling, Baneling, Muta. I'm fairly certain.
And I'm probably going to say some Baneling drops. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good plan. And looking back at the units tab, we have 65 drones to 53 SCVs, and that orbital is moving out to take a third. And unfortunately for YSO Pro, he's not going to spot it. That overload on the right might have had a chance if Ewik positioned the orbital properly, or not properly, but in a different way, might have had a chance to scout the third going down. But in this case, he will not.
And here comes a push from Ewik. Just to have a lot of Lings out there, or not. I thought he was going to push out.
Here comes an Overlord Scout into his main. He's going to see that armory finish, and I wonder what he's going to build with this. Thors, perhaps? I'm not sure. We have Siege Tank going, so I don't think so. But yeah, that Overlord's kind of just chilling. He has the third going up, a bunch of SCVs over there. So I'm just so curious to see if Ewik's choice is going to give him the advantage he wants.
I mean, we're going Ling heavy here. This is definitely Ling happy. 5 mutas on the way. Macro hatch for YSO Pro, so...
And Ewik is planning a drop. There's a drop moving along the top side of the map. 9 mutas are actually popping out, so we're going to have muta play. So this is going to be interesting. He is actually putting up missile turret.
There's a 4th in YSO Pro, so this could get taken out.
And you know what's important is Ewik has scouted the Spire, he has scanned the Baneling nest, so he is more than prepared in his base for muta play.
And there is oh, he's going to lose the medevac. Filled.
Oh.
But I think
that's good, though. That's a good response from YSO Pro.
Definitely.
Yep.
More mutas on the way.
And he was fast. Yeah, you know, those mutas are going to build up. It was a good, fast response to what he saw coming at him. His overlords were well placed. I mean, all of that just comes together. And now he scouts the third.
He does scout the third. And
all of the SCVs just running for it. Yeah, it's a good choice. I mean, the mutas came in. He sees the third now. He knows there's suddenly like another issue to deal with, YSO Pro, and he's gonna have to respond properly. If he takes down the third, that's an excellent choice. If he engages the Terran, that's an excellent choice. We're definitely seeing a situation where Zerg needs to be offensive.
Oh, Zerg definitely is going to get offensive here. Here comes the mutas back again. These turrets are going to finish this time, it looks like.
Yeah, just barely, though.
And, wow.
And we're seeing Ewik repositioning his army. He's definitely moving the more defensive situation for his third, not so much his natural, which is alright, because he's clearing watchtowers and trying to get a push going. He scans and sees the entirety of YSO Pro's army, and he's going to go, okay, this is probably not a good choice. But he does also see an Expo going down a 5th for YSO.
YSO Pro is doing what Zerg does best, and I'm just telling you, he's taking the map. And this is just, look at the minerals he's floating. And there's the push.
Here comes the attack.
Look at the split.
Wow. And that split, once again, saves him from annihilation. But look at that. Look at that. Both players, you know, I may have spoken too soon because he just lost his entire army, but so did Zerg with only 5 mutas left to show for it.
And he's remacroing up, and he's going to... Uh-oh. Tell me, if he gets one of the Ovies or 2 of the Ovies, that could be huge. He does not. The Ovies make it away with speed. Wow.
Yeah, he may have overbuilt Overlords, though. That was always the case for players going ventral stacks. They understand they could lose some Overlords, so it might not have supply capped him. And he definitely was at 150 food, so it wasn't going to supply cap him.
And it looks like he's pushing out again, but look at this. Zerg doing what they do best with this much mineral and everything, just remacroing up like a fiend. But he did lose a lot of his mutas.
He did. He had to remacro from just 5 mutas. And if you look at his third, take a look at his third. Look at how Sin City that is. Supply depots covering the orbital in case of banelings. He's got 4 missile turrets in the mineral line, 2 on the outside of the mineral line, and another orbital going up.
He's just making sure, you know. And look at this. He's trying to take out both. He's trying to get the 5th. And here comes a big push with banelings and everything.
Uh-oh. This is not looking good for Ulick. He actually just lost his entire army.
His whole army's gone. But they're going after that third, and he can cancel that third. Or at least the other command center.
Right, the command center might play a big factor in this. Look at all those mutas dying to missile turrets, though.
That's huge.
But look at all the SCVs dying as well. This is not a situation that Ulick wants to be in. He's running on very few minerals right now. He has a ton of gas, but I mean, how can he use it? All these lings are just going to town, and more of them are coming to the center of the map, unused.
Yep, definitely. I mean, Ewick's going to have to siege up his tanks.
I mean, honestly, Ewick's in a situation where he's half as much food as his Zerg opponent.
Yep.
And I really don't see how he can come back from this.
I don't see it happening. I hate saying it, I don't see it happening.
86. Yeah, it's 86 workers to 43
Look at the
workers.
banelings. Here comes the banelings. This is it.
Oh, no.
Banelings are coming, rolling, and there it is. Boom, boom, boom!
Oh. There go the SCVs. And Ewick is just hit on all sides. He's losing units in the middle. He's losing things in his past third. He's losing stuff in the main.
Yep.
There's just no coming back here. And Ewick says, GG.
Wow.
What a spectacular game. Lyso Pro coming out on top in an honestly amazing play. Another situation where they both macroed so hard, I really do question Ewick's early third. But even so, they came out toe-to-toe in macro, and Lyso Pro gained the upper hand in both of the major battles.
Yeah, wow. I mean, Lyso Pro doing what Zerg's supposed to do in the sense, which is, take bases. And I mean, he took a ton of bases and just macroed up like a fiend.
Well, that was an insane game to watch.
Well, good news is the best of 9. VP's still up 3-2. Wow.
Ewick just played so impressively.
And there's nothing he should be sad about. I know, guys like that definitely will beat themselves up with nothing. He played a strong game. It just came down to a few engagements where he just didn't have enough.
Well, it might even be his opening, because we just found that he couldn't really match the Zerg's macro, and when he was ready to go out, the Zerg was already quite a bit of food ahead of him. Now, in his normal gameplay, he likes to go in for very aggressive, almost gimmicky plays, and they just work out really well for him, because he does have good macro, and he'll macro behind that with an advantage and come out on top. Definitely.
I mean, this is getting sickening. Great clan war. I mean, it's not a blowout on either side. We've already, VP has already taken out Tenryu, which was the GM But then Why So Pro steps in and just rolls.
Yeah, he really does. He really did roll through Ewick there, and that's really is for engagements. The engagements were very solid for a Zerg player, and even though Ewick did marvelously, he made no real mistake.
No.
Zerg came out on top. Zerg. What was that?
Definitely, what I was going to say is, I mean, Ewick knew what he had to do, but the problem was you can't trade armies with the Zerg like that, especially on that many bases. Once he has that many bases, he'll just re-macro up so quick. And that's what he did.
Yeah, and you know, that's just the way it goes. Zerg tends to do fairly effectively with the macro game, and if you take a Zerg into a long game, you need to be doing drops all over the place, constant harassment. Ewick was kind of sitting back.
We have an Emmett.
And we have Emmett up to bat. Emmett is one of the members of our elite team. He is a master player. He's actually very nicely ranked at 1,200 points and rank 8 in his division, with such players as Lag TT Star and 13, one of our other elite team members. So definitely not a. Sorry, I'm just laughing because I saw someone's name, Fake Boxer, and I like that. But he's definitely not someone to trifle with. And Why So Pro also not someone to trifle with, so this should be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I'm seeing what we got here. Killer games, killer games. So here we go. Just making sure the players are ready.
So remember, we are leading 3-2. VP versus RH. What a great set, though. We've seen some very fun games from both teams, actually, playing very marvelously.
Yeah. And
I'm actually still pretty impressed with that ZVZ.
Here's the good luck, have fun. Countdown has begun. We are on MLG Shatter Temple, people. I love it.
First time we've seen it tonight. We've actually seen Zelnaga twice, so I'm glad we've got a little bit of a mix. We got some green in here, and that's always good. I'm not quite an environmentalist, but at the same time, I'd rather be walking on green grass than dead grass.
And here we go. Everyone's loaded up.
Anything goes.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Good news is on MLG there is no close position. Starting in the top position as the green Protoss, it is VP Emmett.
And in the bottom position as the blue Zerg, it is RH Why So Pro.
Oh wow, this is going to be pretty killer. Yet again, guys, tell everyone, please get on the stream. Watch it. It is definitely worth it. This has been a killer clan war. So far.
Oh yeah, and just looking at our players here, we do see that Emmett is going to be going for a 3-gate most likely, or some kind of gateway opening variation, as he did not drop the pylon below the ramp, which would indicate a forge expand. So definitely going to see kind of a standard gate opener.
Yep, and looks like the good old Zerg here went for the good old trick of putting down your gas and then popping it just so you get the extra minerals right away from that.
Yep.
But
one extractor trick.
Yep, one good old. I've seen guys do double extractors, and that gets interesting. So.
Well, you know, I read something on Team Liquid about how double extractor is actually something like slightly less or equally effective as one extractor trick, but I'm not sure. You know, that's something other players should research. If you're a Zerg player, definitely figure it out, because you don't want to be doing something that's less effective than something that takes less micro anyway. So.
You know what I say though? You know what I definitely say? We finally get to see a damn Protoss. No offense, I'm a Protoss player. I love me some Protoss. So.
Oh yeah, and I too am a Protoss player. I do enjoy watching these matchups. We see that Emmett is blocking an expansion. He saw the spawning pool go down,
And, you know, he knows there's nothing cheesy coming out. He knows he can take his time, maybe not get his zealot out as early as he normally would have to.
How cute, he made a star.
Oh, man, I did not see that. Bummer.
Nope, he's still doing it.
Oh, that drone is going to block the cyber. Oh, not quite. He made a star. That's very Huck-esque. Huck likes to make a heart in his opponent's base. So that star is definitely a signature thing for Emmett.
Yep, and that drone's now going to start scouting around and going, okay, what to do. I can't gas steal, so...
He is just noting, hey, there's nothing else in here, just a gate, just a cyber, nothing cheesy, no second gate. You know, and it's just kind of what he's there for. He's actually going to be a bit of a nuisance. Leaving the drone in there kind of does say, hey, you know, you're going to have to make a stalker, or you're going to have to chase me around for a long time with the sentry.
And look, he's not even going to chase him around. He's just going to, well, he's going to chase him around with the sentry, but he's not pulling that zealot. So Mr. Zealot standing at that ramp, chucked into business today. Business is good. He's got both side blades out there. So, but look at this.
Well, yeah, and that's a valid point.
Wyso Pro is busting down the rocks. So is he going to do what he's done in the last game, and just start expanding like a madman?
Yeah, that's never a bad idea, is Zerg, taking those rocks down, just kind of picking away at it. He might not do it immediately since he doesn't have that many lings on it, but it's just a good idea to use your units if they're out. Like, the thing is, Emmett played smartly. You know, you don't kill that drone with the Zealot, because what if he's using the drone to bait your Zealot away, and then in comes 6 or 8 speedlings and you lose? You don't want that. You want to be able to play safe. And like you said, he was checking the business. He's at his toll booth. He does not let lings pass. He's actually kind of prejudiced. But probes and sentries, that's okay.
It's definitely A-okay, but look at this. Here comes Wyso Pro scouting it out. And I'm sorry, sir, you're not going to get by. There's 3 sentries, which will flashlight you to death. So.
But see, that's an indication in and of itself. He sees 3 sentries, so there's probably no Stargate play coming out from Emmett. He knows that any second there's going to be an expansion. 6 minutes being the standard timing for expansions, and Emmett placing it only a few seconds slow. So this is just great play. Great play. We'll probably see a Forge coming up next from him.
Should see the Forge, and the Ling is scouting this all out, so he knows what's going on. There's the Forge.
So yeah, this is very standard opener from Toss.
Yep.
And this may indicate to Wyso Pro that he can take a third. He's saved up a lot of minerals. And there he goes. Looks like he's going to go take that hatch.
Yep. So he's doing the same thing. Look at this, though. Great scouting move by Emmett. He is getting Hallucinate now. After he's gotten the Warp Gate tech, go and Hallucinate. With that number of sentries, that will definitely help him out, because now he can fake things and definitely see what's going on.
He's also put up a proxy pylon at where Zerg would take a 5th or 4th if he doesn't take the gold. So that's an interesting position for a proxy pylon. He sees the gold has not been torn down, and he's going to scout in with that probe. Let's see how much information he gets.
Yeah, the spine crawler's not done, so...
Right, he doesn't see that the rocks have been broken. All he sees are 2 queens and the spine crawler.
Nope.
And
here comes an OV.
To move out.
Here comes an OV to come through and actually scout what's going on in Emmett's base. And it looks like
I think Emmett is moving out.
He is. He's got 5 gates on the way. 4 gates, and the 5th gate is on the way. Possible 6-gate aggression from Emmett. I don't blame him for this. Because look at the number of frickin' sentries.
He's actually going to move out and then pull back.
And
not a bad plan.
And here comes the hallucinated Phoenix. And the Phoenixes will get the scout off.
Now this is where he's going to be like, hey, what's going on here? Why don't I see more stuff? And he's going to see the 3rd, and instantly know, I have to attack.
So here it comes. Oh no, he's going to take his 3rd now.
Not a bad decision, though I question it just because of how long it'll take to break the rocks down and then actually take the 3rd. This map is one of those maps where if you haven't already broken your rocks down, it takes a bit of time. Even 30, 40 seconds is a big difference when your opponent's already on.
Oh, we got 6 gates from Emmett, so...
Yeah, we're seeing the Twilight go down.
seeing the +1. So we might be seeing a 2-base timing, but, you know, I don't think so. He's taking his third.
Not a bad idea, though. Just a lot of centuries. I've never really seen someone do this many centuries.
Yeah, it's usually a choice against Pureling. However, the timing is really dangerous because, as you're seeing, the infestation pit's going to go up, and then Fundles will be around. And it only takes about 3 Fundles to kill a sentry. In fact, exactly 3 Fundles. And that's just 3 Fundles, and you're going to kill, what, 1,000 gas?
And here comes a big ling attack from Wiso Pro.
It might not be an attack. He might just be posting outside his base, trying to take advantage of him if he moves out too far. And this might be it. This might be him moving out too far, but it doesn't look like it.
Oh, but so many sentries, so many force fields. It'd be really bad. Oh, he's going to break down. Oh, look at this. Emmett sees it.
Yep, he's going to drop that cannon. He's going to warp. Yep.
Smart move by Emmett.
You know, it's always good to have, you know, that safety pylon of your rocks, the safety supply depot at that edge of your base, you know, the creep tumor that even though it seems useless, spreads out to the left of your main as Zerg.
And so Wiso Pro he is breaking down the gold too, so
he's definitely playing very macro heavy, and looking at his unit number, he has 75 drones to 49 probes, and it's just good sense. It's good sense to macro up hard when you already have 3 bases. You know your opponent's taking a 3rd base. You know he's not going to commit too much to an attack, so it makes sense.
I do like this. If you notice, Emmett constantly sending the phoenixes out, the hallucinated phoenixes, to see what's going on. And look at this. Double expanding, almost triple expanding.
Oh, and here's Emmett's moment. Emmett has a proxy pylon over where that hatchery is building, and he sees it building. If he just pops maybe 5 zealots and goes in and tries to take it out, he could set back Zerg quite a bit. Though, from the looks of it, with his gas pile-up and that Templar Archives getting near finishing, he's probably going to be popping a bunch of Archons and making a push.
Or just High Templar, because there is Storm, so he knows what's up. We have Ling heavy, and Storms and Lings do not mix.
No, sir, and with those Infestors, he needs the feedbacks.
Oh, that'll be some huge feedbacks. But we do have an Archon on the way, so we have 2 actually Archons on the way. I don't know how they're going to get out, though, because there's kind of a cannon blocking the way, so.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of times,
Zerg is on Hive Tech, though, sir, with an Ultra Cavern on the way. So, Ultra Hugs for Emmett. Oh boy.
You know, this is going to be a very fragile timing. Emmett has some High Templar in his army, and he's going to want to push now. This is his time. Push now. See if he can go for the kill before Ultras come out. There's so many bases popping. He's actually making 2 Zealots in that 5th, and a very good response time from Wiso Pro, immediately pulling his Lings over there. And this might be the chance Emmett needs to move in and kind of cut those off from the rest of the main army.
Zealots are 2-0, so the Zealots are getting the job done. And
a lot of Lings over there. Force fields in position. Needs to keep his
and there's the
alive.
Feedbacks.
Very nice feedbacks. Those sentries are actually in a lot of trouble. A lot of resources unspent from both our players. We definitely need to see Protoss put up more units, because he's not going to break Zerg's hold at this point unless he gains control of his macro.
And we have +3 weapons on the way, so Emmett really needing to do something, because we should have there's 3 Ultras on the way, so Ultra Hugs are going to be coming. Oh boy.
You know, that said though, getting heavy weapon upgrades is the way to go if your opponent's going Ultras, because even though it's going to do a lot less damage, those Archons
are going to do a whole lot more. Right now they do 43 extra damage versus biological units. And if we see some robos going up, like we see right now, there's a robo going up at this current point in time, he might be able to get out there. But my biggest issue is that there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Zerg bases, including macro hatch here and there. So we're definitely looking at
and here we go, more Archons.
It's going to have to work really hard
to
get out.
This. We have more Archons on the way. Zerg is at 200.
Oh yeah, unfortunately.
And the big thing is,
we didn't see any storm.
No, we didn't. But there's banelings. So, and we have a robo bay coming down.
This actually is the antithesis to Emmett's army. If he gets a good storm off, he might be okay, but I don't think that's what's going to happen.
There's the beautiful storms! Wow. Oh my god!
Beautiful storm. Speak of the devil, but he just may not have enough stuff here.
No, those Archons did the job. All he needs... Wow!
That was an incredible hold, and he's actually a 3-0 now, working on getting his next upgrade will be key. He needs armor.
He definitely needs armor.
It's amazing that he held that.
The storms hit beautifully. The banelings and lings just melting. But the Zerg is back at 200. I don't think it's enough. Zerg's back at 200 food though. Here comes more High Templar, and yes.
You know, this is another situation where if he can get a good storm off or two, he'll be okay. But I don't see any High Templar with storm energy, and this is such an interesting game because he is getting back to 200 almost when the Zerg pushes out, and well, just looking at it,
and here comes
another attack from Zerg.
Look at the amount we have. 9 big Ultra Hugs coming.
Yeah, and they're on their way now. That cost us a little out of position, unfortunately, and we're going to see just how this battle goes down. And here it comes.
Here it comes.
Moving in, the Colossus.
And there's a beautiful storm. Colossus doing the job. These Archons are doing their job.
I don't know. A lot of infested Terrans.
Yeah. But look at the Archons. The Archons are tanking the damage. I don't know if this is enough, though. I think the Archon...
You know, he may be able to hold this, but there's no observers. And that's a really big key to why
No, the observer is out. It's over.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
But look at this. Here comes all the infestors moving in to the third of Emmett.
Lings streaming in.
This is not what they want to do because there's enough zealots out there to make just Swiss cheese of this. But what he doesn't know, look at.
Yeah, he needs to handle those infestors. They are just going to work, making him lose mining time. Those infested Terrans just wailing away on buildings.
He needs to find them.
And I actually don't like what Zerg's doing here. He's throwing away so many units, and I
found
feel
him.
like he's throwing away his advantage.
He just flew over him. Here he goes. Oh, those infestors that's all going to die. Emmett going to lose all these, kill all the infestors. That's huge. But look, he's not mining. Why so close not mining from some of his bases here? Gas on some...
This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous game because I felt like Emmett was going to lose here, and he's turning it around with such beautiful storms, with 3-0 upgrades. It's ridiculous, and he doesn't even seem to care that he doesn't have armor, he doesn't have shields. He's like, no, all I need are weapons.
No, all you need is some Archons. Because look at the one Archon he's got. 28 kills. 28 kills on that one Archon. And here we go, more Banelings coming out. I'm sorry to say...
Colossus has 26 kills.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, Banelings right now, and with this amount of storm, this is going to be a little crazy, because look at all the HTs behind them. And they all have storm.
Well, here's the problem. The problem that is being faced here is that Emmett has been holding these attacks that should be killing him because the Banelings get stormed to death.
with a good Baneling spread, our Zerg opponent should be able to melt all those Zealots. But what's been happening is they've been just draining into Storms and dying before they can hit Zealots.
Look, we have 2 Stargates on the way as well. So...
And that's a good choice. It's a good blind choice in case his opponent goes Broodlord. Here comes the engagement.
And here we go! Baneling's going off, but look at the Storms! All that's left is the frickin' Ultras.
Unfortunately, those Storms did not stop the Banelings.
No, they hit way too early. Here comes